So here's the rocks brought back from this trip. I've kind of got them sorted into two groups. This is mostly banded iron, or all banded iron up here. This is other stuff. Now the area we went is really famous for banded iron. There's a lot of banded iron out there. Well, hello Rockhounds, Lapidary lovers, Mike here. Welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to unpack rocks from Wyoming. And who sent me these rocks? Well, I sent me these rocks because my wife and I were out in Wyoming a week or two ago, out at our place out there to winterize it. And we managed to get out and do a little bit of rock hounding before the snow shut everything down. And you can't hunt for rocks under snow. So we managed to get some rock hunts in before the blizzards hit, and then, we're trudging through the snow and you can't find any rocks that way. Okay. So I've got two different packages here. This big package, which looks like it was run over by a truck. The truck backed up and run over it again. Par for the course for the U.S. postal system for some reason. Every package I ship to myself looks like this. I don't know what the heck they do. I had it packed really well, too. And then I've got this up here, this little bag. This box I shipped to myself after our first big rock hunt. It had a lot of rocks in it. It had some other stuff I wanted to ship home from Wyoming in it. And then we went on another rock hunt just before we got on the airplane to come home. So I had these rocks in my carry-on bags. So we'll take a look in both. I think we'll start with these rocks here from our rock hunt over at Rendezvous Park. So let me reposition the camera and we'll take a look at these rocks. Then we'll unpack the big box. All right, so this little bag of rocks is what I collected at Rendezvous Park. We collected a lot more than this, but a lot of it stayed in Wyoming in our rock garden out there just because I couldn't bring a lot of the bigger heavy rocks home in my checked bag. So this is just the stuff I brought back. Now, Rendezvous Park, if any of you know the history of the Old West and know about the mountain men, the fur trappers, the traders from back east, and the Indians, they would all meet at a certain place every year, and they would exchange wares, resupply, buy, sell, wheel deal, whatever. The 1838 rendezvous happened at what is now Rendezvous Park in Riverton, Wyoming. And that's where we collected all these, in Rendezvous Park. So, they may not look like much right now, but, well, actually they were dry when I collected them, but I could see the potential. I'm like, yeah, these would be really pretty wet, I'm sure. There's a lot of unikite here. Unikite. So yeah, I wasn't even go out there specifically looking for unikite, but that's what we found. A lot of unikite. And I've tumbled unikite before, so I brought these home to tumble, and I think they'll tumble nice. So I will be tumbling these, I think. But we also got some other stuff here. I'm not sure what this one is exactly. Maybe quartzite? I don't know, but it's really colorful. I really like the colors in that, so I'm hoping that'll tumble up nice. Now, most of these are well river tumbled. Rendezvous Park is right where the Wind River and the Popalachi rivers come together, so it's all river tumbled rock there. And most of these are already well rounded, but this one here is broken, so this one may take a while in the tumbler. I'm hoping it turns out pretty, though. This one here, this looks like Jasper to me. Sort of red-orange Jasper. It looked redder in Wyoming, but now it's kind of orange out here. So we'll see how this tumbles up. It might come out pretty. And then I've got a couple more rocks here. This one might be pink granite. Or it might be something else. It kind of looks more... It looks more agate than quartzy in there. So I'm not sure that's actually granite. This might be some kind of breccia with some sort of agate infill. And this orange stuff in here, I don't know if that is feldspar or what it is. But I have a big 12-pound tumbler, so this rock will fit in there. We'll give it a try in the tumbler. This one here, This one here might be more of the same. Really, this might be more of the same. In fact, it kind of looks a little bit plumy in there. Maybe I'll give you a close-up look at these rocks with the macro on my phone, and you can make your own decision about what you think they are. Though I'm certain that these are unakite right here. Okay, so here's a close-up look at these rocks. There's the unakite right there. It's got the pink feldspar and the green epidote in all of these. This one, well, this one doesn't have too much epidote in it. But I think these are all unakite. Here's the one that's kind of got the plumy stuff in it. Not 100% certain what this rock is. I'm hoping it will tumble nice and take a nice finish, and all these pretty colors will show through. So here's the other one. I mean, this stuff in here sure does look like agate to me. It's very translucent. I can see into the rock. So first I thought it was pink granite, and that was just quartz in there, but no, I think that is an infill of agate, actually, around this pink, orange, and white stuff. So again, I'm hoping this rock will tumble and be really pretty. And then here's the piece of what looks like jasper, orange jasper, and here's this other rock, I don't know, quartzite maybe. I think the green stuff is just moss growing on it. But the other colors, they're pretty intense. So hopefully this rock will tumble up nice. I guess we'll find out after they go in the tumbler. Let's have a look in the big box and see what we got. Now, for the rocks in this big box, the wife and I spent a few hours rockhounding out at a spot I know at the base of the Owl Creek Mountains. And that's what we've got in here, all the stuff that I brought back from that rockhounding trip. Again, a lot of it wound up in our rock garden out in Wyoming. We collected a lot of really pretty rocks. My wife found some really pretty rocks, and she put those in the rock garden that she's been curating out there. And I gave her some of mine to put in the rock garden, but I brought some interesting rocks back too. So let's unpack this box and take a look at what's in here. And I'll put a link to that rockhounding trip up at the base of the Owl Creek Mountains in the upper right if you like to take a look at it, just like I did for the rockhounding trip to Rendezvous Park. So here's the rocks brought back from this trip. I've kind of got them sorted into two groups. This is mostly banded iron, or all banded iron up here. This is other stuff. Now, the area we went is really famous for banded iron. There's a lot of banded iron out there. And we didn't go as far up the road as we have in the past, but we went further off the road. We went like 7 miles off the paved road, up that really rough 2-track into the hills. And I can tell, close to the pavement, the first few miles, it's really picked over. People can get up there without too much trouble, without, a four-wheel drive, high-clearance vehicle. But you get like 7-8 miles in, it gets a whole lot rougher and harder to get in there, especially with a citified vehicle. And there's a lot more stuff right off the road. Well, we didn't go quite as far up the road this time, but wife and I took off hiking up into the hills quite a ways. And I was hoping we would find, really nice stuff up in the hills that was not so picked over, even though we were not as far up the road as we gone before. And I think we did a pretty good job. I was really hoping to find some really weather-worn, wind-polished, banded iron, which I've seen further up the road. This time didn't find so much of that, but a couple pieces. But what we did get is really nice and really colorful. So I'll zoom in and we'll take a look at some of this stuff when it's wet. I guess we'll start with this banded iron back here. The colors on this stuff is just really intense. Really, really intense. Some of the most intense red in the banded iron I've seen come out of that area. A lot of it's like this or like this, which, don't get me wrong, this is beautiful stuff. This is beautiful stuff right here for banded iron. Yeah, like this. But when you start seeing these intense reds, oranges, purples in the banded iron, it's like, whoa, whoa, that is. Look at the colors in that. Colors in this. I hope they're showing up. Yeah, just really intense colors. That's great stuff. I'm really liking that. Okay, it's not as wind polished. This one's pretty polished, but this one's kind of tumbled or polished. But the rest of them they're pretty rough. But that's okay because the color more than makes up for it. I mean, the colors are just amazing in this stuff. And some of the stuff that wound up in our rock garden, really, really vibrant reds and yellows in that. So, yeah, we brought back we found some good stuff out there, and I brought some of it home with me. So, some of this stuff I think is going to get cut, some of it's going to get tumbled, and it's going to be some really good looking examples of banded iron. Okay, so let's look at some of this other stuff I brought back. So this is more of a mixed bag here, whereas that other stuff is pretty much all banded iron. We got some banded chert here with all kinds of bands of color in it. I found this kind of chert out there before, and this stuff tumbles up really, really gorgeous. Over here, yeah, here's some more over here. Some more banded chert. This is all kind of banded chert right here. And that'll all tumble up really gorgeous. Over here, what I've got, what I think is green aventurine. A couple nice big pieces. Found a lot of this out there. A lot of it was broken up from freeze-thaw cycles. This stuff was probably fractured by the freeze-thaw cycles too. But these pieces look like they are in decent shape. I might be able to cut them and do something with them. Got some other stuff here. I'm not even sure what some of this stuff is, other than really, really colorful. Might be quartzite. I don't know, with staining, mineral staining, and infill between the grains. I might cut some of these to see if that color goes on the inside or if it's just staining on the outside, but that is really pretty. Red, orange, yellow. The green is just moss. But yeah, the red, orange, and yellow. Here's another piece of it. I don't know if that color goes inside or it's just on the surface. It kind of looks on this side like it does go on the inside. So that's cool. Here we're getting into some agate jaspery stuff over here. I mean, this is clearly agate, sort of a gray translucent agate right here. I found, and then this right here is sort of like a yellow brown agate. It's somewhat translucent, too much so to be jasper, but it's got the waxy feel and texture of jasper to it. I might cut this too just to see how translucent it is. Over here, this stuff's kind of jaspery. Maybe jasp agate. Like it's got some agate infill down here, but it's got some red and purple and pink jasper in it. That's a cool rock. And again, this I can tumble rocks this big because I've got the big 12-pound rock tumbler. Here's another example of that. Not quite so colorful, but it's got some red lightning bolts in it, so that's kind of cool. And what else have I got here? I got, quite frankly, I don't know what this is, but I picked it up because it's very colorful. It's got some veins of quartz in it. It's got a lot of red up here. That might tumble nice. Again, I am not sure what this is. The texture seems kind of coarse, but the colors in it are really intense and amazing. I do hope they're showing up. We'll try tumbling it. I don't know that this will tumble. I might actually need to cut it up into maybe two pieces before trying to tumble it because of the shape. But I do hope it tumbles because those colors are just amazing. Super intense reds, oranges. Yeah. So very cool stuff. I like that area out at the base of the Owl Creek Mountains. Been out there a few times before. Only taken my wife there once before. But we had a good time out there. She found some good stuff. I found some good stuff. The rock garden benefited a lot from the stuff that we found. And I brought some stuff home to try cutting, tumbling, and see what I can do with this stuff. So yeah, check out that link in the upper right if you want to see where we found all this stuff and some of the stuff that didn't come home. Because I laid it all out and took videos of it, even though it didn't all come home. And subscribe to see future videos where I will be working with this stuff. And if you found this video at all interesting, educational, informative, inspirational, whatever, give it a like, give it a thumbs up. Get out there and find some rocks. It's a lot of fun and they're free. Anyway, subscribe to see my future videos. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching this one. Bye.